Hey guys, I hope you're having an amazing Easter, and Shinram-san, I'm here to talk about the Boku no Hero with the PV that just came out recently a couple of days ago. And it's the news pretty much of the whole 13 episodes kind of thing. So, let's get straight down to that PV, and that PV was glorious. It was the 5th PV that got released, I think, and it was amazing. Like, the OST fit perfectly. I even think we got a snippet of the opening, and the opening just went straight with it. That's what I'm really happy about, because with the Boku no Hero, just the series in general, I was always thinking, when this gets animated, the OST has to be spectacular, and it seems like it's going to be hitting up to that, because it got me, it really sped up the tempo, just like the whole atmosphere made tense. And the piano in the start, and then around like 50 seconds, like the singing came in, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, this is why I love Boku no Hero, and I can tell this anime is going to be amazing. I've got a feeling that it'll be beautiful. So I'm really excited to, I think it's next week, yeah, April 3rd next week. I'm really excited for that episode 1 to drop. Like, man, it's crazy. It doesn't feel real. Like, we've already got an anime, and we're only 84 chapters in. It's just like phenomenal. Boku no Hero has only been out since what, end of 2014, or was it summer 2014 or something like that? So it hasn't been out for a long time, but it's just like, it's all been a blur. It's been so fast, and I'm just like, onwards and upwards, onwards and upwards. Like, every chapter it just gets better and better. And now with the anime coming, I really feel happy. I'm really happy for Horikoshi. Like, he does deserve it. Like, if you see what he says in the volumes and that, like, he's ecstatic. He's excited that he's getting an anime. I can't remember what volume it is. I think it's volume 6, or is it volume 7? It may be volume 5, but he says it's when the announcement of the anime comes out, and he's just like, yay, we've got an announcement of the anime, and he's just like, I promise to you guys that I'll keep doing my best and something like that. And I was just like, damn. Like, you can tell he really does love what he's doing, and it's awesome. So, the PV is really getting me ready for when the anime comes out. But I've really noticed that these trailers that we're getting of the Boku no Hero anime is kind of focusing on the first episode, or like the first couple of chapters, because the furthest we've ever gotten in the PV, in most of the PVs, we get up to what, the entrance exams, but most of it is primarily focused on like Deku seeing All Might and the two heroes. I can't remember what their names are. One's called Mount Lady, and the other one, I can't remember his name. He's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with an E, I think. Yeah, I can't remember, but his quirk is like to control wood, or like the forest and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember his name. But yeah, we're really focusing on those two heroes. Maybe that's just kind of like a hint that Bones are going to do, not like a filler on them, but more of an expansion on those two characters, because within the manga, we don't really get much on them. We do see that, we've seen them quite a lot. Like, we see them spectating in the sports festival, we see them on the chapter 1, so maybe they're just going to be like an image, or just showing like superheroes in society, I'm not sure. But I really like them, and it was pretty cool when you see Mount Lady come in and kick that guy. I was just like, oh, that looks beautiful. So, I'm excited to see more of that. And yeah, I think in the most recent PV we saw a little bit of the entrance exams, because you see at the end Deku's coming to smash to do a Detroit Smash, I think, and that's when obviously he punches that massive robot. So in my opinion, with the 13 episodes, I am gutted that it's 13 episodes. Of course I'm gutted. I would have loved it to be 24. I think if it was 24 episodes, that would be spectacular, because if it does 24 episodes will get it to the end of the sports festival. It will not get it to Stain. I don't know why people say this. People are saying like, oh yeah, if it's 24 episodes, it'll go to the end of the Stain arc. That is ridiculous. 24 episodes will not fit in all the way. If it's correct pacing, if it is good pacing, then it should go all the way up to the end of the sports festival. Because what happens in the end of the sports festival, that's what happens during the sports festival. There's 3 stages, because it's stage 1, that's the running, and they're running through. Then there's the cavalry battle, then it's the one-on-ones. And the one-on-ones should not be an episode or 2 episodes. Because if you put it into facts, if you get Todoroki versus Deku, and that one we find more about Todoroki, like his fire side, and a bit about his parents and all that kind of stuff. Deku versus Shinzo. There's a lot of things that happens in the sports festival. That's why it's like, it's a good amount. It's like 20 25 chapters long. And you're not telling me that you could fit 25 worths of chapters on one arc, Sports Festival arc, plus maybe around another 10. So you're not telling me that you can fit around 30, 40 chapters worth in an episode. That is preposterous. I know how each episode can do roughly around 1 to 2 chapters, but nah, it cannot squeeze in 13 episodes, like around the 57 worth of chapters. That is just ridiculous. So I really don't want it. Even if it was 24 episodes, I would have not wanted it to be all the way up to Stain. 24 episodes with a good amount of pacing would be all the way up to the end of the Sports Festival. 13 episodes that we have now. This is the problem. People are worrying that the 13 episodes, the pacing might be butchered, and that's going to get people hating on Boku no Hero. I'm hoping Bones are being smart with this, because if it's 13 episodes, they should do it all the way up to the end of the Villain Alliance, and that's around chapter 20 or chapter 21 or something like that. That is correct. That is good pacing, because one, it will fit in all the training arcs. Because remember, in the training arcs, that's when like Bakugo and Deku fight. That's around chapter 9 or chapter 8 or something like that. And with the Villain Alliance, that's when you see Naomi crush Eraserhead's hand. That's when you see All Might coming in. You see Ida coming in with all the other teachers. That should be all the way up. That should cover the 13 episodes. Because that is hype enough to get people interested into the series. It's hype enough to ignite the popularity and boost sales and just make Boku no Hero massive. Because you don't want it to go all the way up to the Sports Festival. Pardon me. You don't want it to go all the way up to the Sports Festival arc in 13 episodes, or even worse, the Stain arc in 13 episodes with terrible pacing. Maybe it'll be good animation, maybe it'll look awesome, but if it's terrible pacing, loads of the fans are going to be annoyed at it, and that can drive people away from the series, so you don't want that. So if it is 13 episodes, and I'm saying if, because it has not been confirmed by Bones, it's only been stated by a French streaming company. So you never know, it may be 24, we don't know. Until we get an actual confirmation that it's 13 episodes, then I'll accept that. But up until now, I'm taking that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, if they're being smart with this, 13 episodes has to equate to the end of the Villain Alliance, and that's around 22 chapters. So 13 episodes to 22 chapters, that is good pacing, in my opinion. They should not, if the 13 episodes goes all the way up to the Sports Festival, the end of that, I will be, depending on the pacing and depending on how well executed it is, if it's a flop, I'm not going to be annoyed, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be disappointed, because I'll be like, the loss of potential is just madness. So either way, tell me thoughts in the comment below about the whole 13 episodes news. It could be a make or break, that's the point. That's what needs to be established. It could be good for the series if the 13, in my opinion, 13 episodes does the Villain Alliance, then it'll be amazing for the series. If it's 13 episodes and it goes all the way up to the Sports Festival and the pacing's terrible, it could break it. The anime reputation. So of the series. So just two thoughts comment below, and I'll see you for like Greatness, which is coming out next week, episode 1, and I'll see you for the next chapter review of Boku no Hero. Goodbye.